This is Pappa al Pomodoro, a classic dish from Tuscany, made with tomatoes, bread, and lots of yummy ingredients. Comfort food at its best. Simplicity at its best. I'm gonna show you how to make it. To make Pappa al Pomodoro, we need a can of peeled tomatoes, which is about 400 grams, extra virgin olive oil, 5 slices of stale bread, which is about 250 grams. If you don't have stale bread, you can use fresh bread, and we're going to toast it in the oven. A nice bunch of basil, 1/4 of chopped onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a little bit of vegetable stock, about 200 ml, salt and pepper. Come on, let's start. First thing to do, we turn the oven on at 150 Celsius, fan forced, and we're gonna toast the bread. We don't want the bread to become brown, we just want the bread to get harder, you know, that's all we want. Now the bread needs to cook for about 15 minutes, and what you do is after 7 minutes, you turn it around so it cooks evenly on both sides. What we want to do now, guys, we want to crush the peeled tomatoes with our hands. Wash your hands and just crush it, okay? Crush, because it's so much better when you crush it by hand. Don't put it in the blender because you ruin the tomatoes. Just take your time to crush and get all the juice out. Ah, this is beautiful. This is the closest that it gets to fresh tomatoes. Let's listen to the sound, guys. Listen to the sound here. You got it. Look at the beautiful sauce that you have. This is gonna make your Pappa al Pomodoro so much better. If you want to be lazy and you want to use passata, you can use passata, or you can use the diced tomatoes, up to you. But I think the peeled tomatoes are so much better. First thing to do, on a medium-low heat, we're gonna put about 4 to 5 tablespoons of amazing, fantastic, extra virgin olive oil, okay? Only the best. You do need a nice amount here, okay? Then what we do, we're gonna put the onion in there. We're gonna cook the onion for about 10 minutes, okay? Until it becomes golden brown. Guys, look at here. After about 10 minutes, our onion is nice and golden brown, okay? It's got lots of flavors, and now we can put the garlic inside, okay? We're gonna put the garlic, but please, guys, keep in mind, this is not a sauce for pasta, okay? We're just doing this for the Pappa al Pomodoro. For pasta, it's a totally different sauce. See, look how beautiful the tomato. Come and have a look inside, come and have a look. Look how beautiful this tomato is. See, that's the color you want to achieve, okay? The beautiful golden brown. Now we crush the first clove of garlic. Beautiful. Now let's cook this for about 30 seconds because we don't want to burn the garlic. And then we add the tomato sauce. Now it's time for the sauce. It's beautiful peeled tomato, crushed by hand. Look at that. Flavors. They're all in here now, all the flavors. Mix. Stir gently. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put the salt, a generous amount of salt. We're going to add a generous amount of pepper. Generous amount. Now we stir. Look how beautiful the colors. Beautiful colors. Now what we do, we're gonna put half of the stock that we have, okay? Let's put only 100 ml to see how we go. Now we wanna cook this for about 10 minutes, okay? And we wanna see the bubbling. We wanna see the tomato bubbling before we can add the basil and the bread. Now guys, the bread is ready, looks beautiful, but I want you to see what I was talking about. See, it's not brown, but it's toasted. It's toasted, it's not brown, but it's actually nice and dry, which is what we want. It's still moist inside, but it's very dry on the outside. Just listen to the sound. This is what we want, Nice crunchy bread. See guys, we don't want our sauce to be too dry, okay? It's nice and moist. So what we do is we're gonna add the rest of the vegetable stock. Beautiful, because once we put the bread inside, The bread is gonna soak all the liquids, okay? So let's cook it for 5 more minutes, and then we're ready to add the bread. All right, what we do now, guys, we're gonna put a little bit of basil in here, but don't forget, this is not a basil sugo for pasta, okay? We just need a little bit of basil in there, just a little bit to give a little bit of flavor to Pappa al Pomodoro. And now we can add the bread inside the pappa. Now, this is what I like to do with my bread, okay? I get the bread and I just break it with my hands. Just break it in there into small pieces. Not only will help to cook faster, but I think it's just easier to manage instead of putting the big slice in there. Just break like this. I just like to break it by hands so it's easier to stir instead of putting the big slices in there, you know, more difficult to manage. Just put it in there into small pieces. Here we go. And now, basically, we're going to mix everything. We want the bread to soak the sauce. We want the bread to soak everything. Yeah, and we want the bread to become very soft, mashy, so we can mash it and make the pappa and turn this into a mashed tomato. Oh, look at this, wonderful. I don't know what you want to call it. You want to call it a soup? You want to call this mashed tomato? I don't know, but this is delicious and the flavors are just fantastic. Now you can feel the bread, okay? When you touch the bread, you can feel that the crust might be still too hard, or or the bread. In fact, so what you need to do, you need to wait until absorbs all the sauce, so it becomes extremely soft. And when it becomes soft, we're going to mash everything that we have in here, and then we're ready to enjoy. What can I say, guys? The smell is not fantastic. It's super fantastic. It's incredible. It's amazing, amazing. Now, if you feel like it's getting a bit too dry, which is actually normal to be dry, let's put some extra virgin olive oil. Just be generous with the extra virgin. Keep mixing. So, we'll reactivate the sauce. We'll bring the sauce back to life. And now we are ready to mash. Now, to mash this, we're gonna use a whisk, okay? The whisk is gonna be the best thing to do, okay? So, just mash like this. Just press, 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 very easy. If you don't have a mash, use something else that it's easy for you. You can use a spoon, up to you. I think the whisk is the best thing to use. That's what Nonna will do. Beautiful Pappa al Pomodoro, it's ready. It's done. The Pappa al Pomodoro is so simple. It's just done like this. And now we can serve it. Come on, guys, let's serve this beautiful Tuscan dish. Now, guys, before we serve, we're gonna put extra virgin olive oil, nice amount. We're gonna break some basil leaves in here, some nice fresh basil leaves. We're going to stir, and then we're gonna serve in a nice large plate so everyone can get some from the plate. So, guys, now time to serve the Pappa al Pomodoro. Let's put it in a nice plate so we can display it in the middle of the table. This could be your main, it could be your antipasto, it could be anything. This is what people used to eat during difficult times. Now you enjoy it and it's fancy again. Do you want to put cheese? Well, you're not meant to put cheese, but you want to put cheese? Go for it. Why not? Now, guys, I'm going to finish this off with a nice basil leaf. And here it is, Pappa al Pomodoro, done by Vincenzo's plate, the classic Tuscan recipe. Enjoy it. Best time of the video recipe. Oh, eating time. Let's try this nice and moist pappa. Let's have it, let's have it. Nice smells. It melted in my mouth. It's a combination of soup. I think we can call this mashed tomato. Sensational. I think it's very important to put the onion in there. The bread needs to soak the sauce. The bread must be soft when you eat this. You don't want any crunchy bread anymore. This is beautiful. This is filling. This is the food that you don't go wrong with. You never go wrong with this. And it's vegan. It's for everyone. This is the recipe. I can't believe this recipe is not popular anymore. We need to bring this back to the restaurants. We need to make these beautiful traditional recipes back on our tables again, because this is the food that never goes wrong, and it's healthy and it's delicious. Sorry guys, I have to say goodbye. I need to make love with my Pappa al Pomodoro. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you in the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia! Vincenzo's Plate. Thank you!